Wake up with Carson Daly.
Ladies and gentlemen, our next guest is a Grammy Award-winning rapper and actor.
The winner for the best rap album goes to Ludacris. Is your year, baby. Is it ever gonna be another Luda? You know that'll never happen. That's highly unlikely.
Please welcome
our next guest is a triple threat.
You may not recognize him from the Fast and Furious movies because when he's on screen, even the white people start talking.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome.
Please give it up for
my little brother, Luda!
Ludacris!
Ludacris live on Amp Radio. Carson Daly, producer Angie joins me as well on this Thursday morning at 8:08. Good to see you, Luda. How you been, man?
That was a hell of an intro right there.
You're a hell of a dude. You're a hell of a guy.
You got some good people working for you, man. Thank you, man.
Let me start with this. Congratulations on Furious 7. I know you had the big premiere here in L.A. We'll get to that in a second. The album is out. When I first put on Ludaversal, and I just want to ask you this, are you at your prime in rap? I mean, because, you know, even just the intro track right off the beginning reminded me of, like, the first time I heard Rap God from Eminem. I'm thinking, M's 42.
Right.
There's no way physically his mouth, like his spit, his flow.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like how he get. Do rappers get better with age?
Man, that's what everybody is saying about this album, and I just put my heart and soul into it, and I think that it's crazy because as long as you are able to stay competitive and embrace what's new, I think it's a combination of loving what we do and never forgetting who we are and what got us here in the first place from that first album, but also embracing all of the competitive nature of the new, you know, saying the new rappers. So this is 100% testament. It's like the old Luda mixed with the new Luda of everything you're saying. And let me just
You're saying you have to be open to look at where music's headed, have open ears, open heart, bring in your contemporaries now. They might even be younger. But I mean just sheerly physically spitting in the booth. It's been a minute since you put out an album.
You got to exercise, man.
And I'm listening to Get Lit, which is my song, and I'm like, oh my God, Luda sounds like he's 25 and hungry.
Man.
Like you're trying to make it in music.
I'm glad that you actually are listening to the album cuts and everything. So, man, I appreciate you being a true hip-hop fan, first and foremost. A lot of people don't deserve radio shows because they don't even listen to the music when they interview somebody. So
Ryan Seacrest is a nice young man, Luda. If you guys had lunch or he'd take you to tea, he would be reciting early Wu-Tang records.
That's
for sure.
Hilarious.
I don't know. There's a lot of excitement around you and your team this week. Where's your heart at? Is it about talking Furious 7 or is it about Ludaversal?
My heart is with Ludaversal, but my heart is also, of course, with the movie because of, you know, not only the Paul Walker situation, but because there's a void that now is never going to be filled the same again. So, you know, in terms of what you're asking, it's hard for me not to talk about the movie because it is paying homage to Paul. But, you know, the music is a testament of me not forgetting what got me here in the first place. So my heart is definitely in this album, man.
Paul Walker was like every best friend I had growing up here in Santa Monica, California. He epitomized that California cool.
Exactly.
He was soft eyes, soft heart, but all man. I miss him every day. I know you do too. When that happened, without giving anything away, and I've seen you and your coworkers talk about how this movie ends, what can you tell the Furious fans about this homage that happens at the end of the movie?
I can tell them that, you know, it's definitely one of those things where the mom's going to have to bring their tissue, man. And I don't want to give the movie away. Mm-hmm. However, it's not what you expect. And what is done creatively is the perfect way for him to carry on the legacy and for us to pay homage to him and honor him. So it couldn't have been done better. And I just can't wait for everybody to go see this movie tomorrow, man, or really midnight tonight.
Which might be fun to go see it tonight. Angie and I were talking about the trailer for Furious 7 when it first came out. I think it has 10 million views already. I mean, for anybody who might be wondering, God, how can they continue to set the bar so high on this franchise? Dude, that trailer that you guys put out, that first one, where, you know, with the skydiving cars, was like the sickest thing. I mean, it almost reminded me of just being a kid looking at the opening sequences for the James Bond movies. Were always so exciting.
Now, imagine reading the script and looking at what the hell we're supposed to be doing. That's even crazier when we're reading the script and like, how in the hell are they going to pull this off? And I'm telling you, man, Carson, I'll be honest with you. Every single time we do a movie, I'm like, there's no way that we could top this. And then somehow, some way, we end up topping it. And of course, as I just told you off the air, the stunts are getting more and more ludicrous, no pun intended. But it's getting kind of crazy, man. It's getting real crazy. But every time I go to the theater, I'm starting to realize this is what people want to go to the movie theater for, to see these extremely crazy ass stunts that it's just like that you hardly can believe that would ever happen.
If Furious 7 makes more than $98 million, it'll be the best opening for the franchise and the biggest April opening of all time, which is insane.
We're gonna do it, and you got to think about this. The last one did $800 million. I feel like we're gonna break $1 billion.
Well, you're over $2.4 billion worldwide on the franchise.
I tried to buy tickets for this weekend for like Saturday night. Not gonna happen.
No, forget it. Hey, Luda, how do you pick, between like Crash, Hustle and Flow, even New Year's Eve, this? How do you, and it's been a minute since the album, how do you pick your movie projects?
I pick my movie projects very carefully because, the one thing I can say is this role in this Fast and Furious is a gift and a little bit of a curse because I continue to play the same role, and it's so prevalent and so popular that my goal in acting is to continue to be very versatile and, of course, not typecast myself. So that's what I've done with being in funny movies, being in dramas, playing the bad guy. But this movie, this Fast franchise, Fast 5, Fast 6, Fast 7, I have to be very careful not to continue to get everyone to be like, okay, that's the only thing he can do. So to answer your question, I try to pull scripts and different acting roles that are completely different from something that I've already done.
You do a great job. There's no doubt about it. I was thinking of Tyrese when I was watching. Tyrese, we used to hang out at Spring Break. You remember back in the day, MTV at Spring Break, it would pick up their summer production. It would be in the Bahamas or Mexico, Spring Breaks, all that stuff.
Hell yeah!
And I remember jet skiing with Tyrese once in the Bahamas, and we were just before the day's work.
Wait, Tyrese got on a jet ski?
Yes.
First and foremost, what the hell? Stop right there.
Tyrese Gibson is on a jet ski, and he comes back and he's got this wattage of a smile. Right, he's got this big. His face lit up. I'm like, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
And he holds up his wrist. He was wearing like a $500,000 bracelet that he just lost in the ocean.
God.
Are you kidding me?
I know. I always think about when I see him on the big screen. I'm like, man, he's made it now. Wow. He's got enough money to get a new bracelet from that.
Wow.
I always think of you
smiling after that.
I don't know.
That story was a little weird. You sure he wasn't frowning and very upset?
You were smiling.
He probably bought it in Times Square and it wasn't real.
Got you.
You were great at the Bieber roast. Here's a little of you giving our buddy Shaq a hard time.
My good friend Shaquille O'Neal is here this evening. Look at those big ass feet. Man, you got toes in different area codes right now. You do realize that, right? Shaq's fingers are so big, every text he's ever sent is just every letter of the alphabet at the same damn time. I'm just playing, Shaq. You're truly one of the most original rappers. And by that, I mean, most of your CDs are still covered in their original rapper. You do.
Very funny. That was great. You delivered that material great. That's the only clean stuff I can really play on the radio. How was the roast of your young protege?
It was good, man. I mean, that was my first time doing it, and I think that everybody had a great time, not only laughing at ourselves and the jokes being thrown at us, but we were laughing at everybody else also. So, we had a good time, man. Definitely had a good time.
He got you back a little bit. Let me see if I can.
Luda and I had a lot of hours making the song Baby together. In fact, he told me it was the only baby he ever made on purpose.
Sorry, I can't help but laugh. I know you're here.
Nah, I can't help but laugh either, even though that's not true. But again, it's definitely funny, man. Definitely.
I don't want to get too into, just the full circle of your life, but I know that you recently got married, and just tell me a little bit about just kind of sharing. For those of you who don't know, you outside the rapper and the actor, just personally, how things seem to be going just exceptionally well for you, especially more recently.
Yeah, man. Definitely married. Have a child on the way, and it was on purpose, by the way. but no, very, very happy about that. And I can just say, man, you have to go through things in life in order to appreciate the good times. That's what the yin and yang is all about. And nobody is perfect. And I keep saying that life is about balance. And it's about going through adversities and becoming a stronger individual. So I just feel like everything that's going on in my life is perfect for me.
That's
and that
fantastic.
is why I'm at a great place.
What do you think about fatherhood?
Man, I love it. You talked about acting roles earlier. This is my greatest role in not acting, but this is the greatest real role of life is being a father.
Be kind of cool to see what kind of material you start writing once you're a dad,
I've already started. Some of it is on this album. You see me talking about the kids and everything, man.
Yeah.
You have any kids?
I have 3 now, believe it or not.
Wow.
Since I last saw you, I've been procreating at a rapid speed.
That's all he's been doing.
Which is why you're in your basement right now. I get it, man. You're doing the right thing, man. You're doing the right thing.
Well, listen, I couldn't be happier for you. You know that Furious 7. Go check it out tonight at midnight.
Yeah.
Ludaversal is 18 tracks of pure bliss. Even if you're a Luda fan, I mean, It's really fantastic. I don't know if Good Lovin's the next single or not, but I mean, this is a great song. Tell me a little about Good Lovin'.
Man, Good Lovin' is one of those songs where it's just like, this album is I'm being vulnerable and just spilling my heart out. Like you said, it's pure bliss, man. And it's featuring Miguel, and it's definitely talking about past relationships and how to move on from them. But at the end of the day, I'm glad you said that this album is pure bliss, because technology nowadays, you can, by the sound of our voices, all you got to do is go on your phone and download it from iTunes. So let's make it happen, man. Like, it's a good price, and everybody just understand that I love the fans, and I did this album for you. Ludaversal, man.
Hey, Luda, always good to see you tonight. When I'm giving my 3 young children a tubby, we will be cranking Get Lit off your album.
I love it, man.
Know that. Believe that. No, we keep it real. I play that.
Thank you, my man. Much
Ludacris,
love.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it. 818. This is Amp Radio.
The most music every hour with Carson Daly. 97.1 Amp Radio.